Woke and Ready TV. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Yeah, I don't know if y'all heard about the missing lady. I believe her name is Carlee Russell. She was in Alabama. Supposedly had got abducted. Abducted after spotting a baby, a toddler, walking on the side of the road. They say she called the police, reported what she saw. She didn't want to leave the baby alone. Then she called her family and told her family that she was going to be late. They heard a scream over the phone, and that was it. But she's been found. But let me correct that. She haven't been found. She came home. Well, 48 hours after the incident, they got a call. They said it's someone that sound like her. Her family got a call that night that she was missing, saying that she was at the Red Roof Hotel. They said it sounded like her on the phone, but when they got there, the people at the Red Roof said nobody came there that matched that description. So they went back home, and then, I guess a day later, she arrived back home. Now she's in a hospital being evaluated and stuff like that. They got a video showing the moment she pulled over at the side of the road. Now, me personally, I can't really see too much in that video. I did see a person, I don't know if it was her, that got out of the car, went to the side of her car, and then after that, it's like you don't see nothing else. You know what I'm saying? I just got a few questions because to me, the whole story sounds sketchy. You know what I mean? I need to know if she spotted the baby or the toddler, whatever. If she spotted the toddler, called 911, got off the exit, came back around and to see if she seen the toddler, then got out the car or whatever, because in that moment, the clip that we see, she couldn't possibly did all that they said she did. Called 911, then called her family, asked the baby if the baby was okay, and then they heard a scream. It's like impossible for all that to happen because 911 going to keep you on the phone for about at least 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, she saw the baby, saw the toddler, then called 911, and as she was getting off the exit, she was still talking, and she came back around, slowed down, then she got off the phone, let them know where she was at. Then she called her family right after and was telling them what happened. I think that's what happened, as she was getting out the car or whatever. If that was her, she had to be still on the phone with her family because they said the call never ended. They just heard a scream because when police came, they found her phone on the ground. Now, I'm reading through the comments. They like, it was an ATV that pulled. I don't see all that stuff. You know what I mean? Do I think this lady was almost abducted? I don't know. Did I think she seen something? I definitely think she saw something. And the reason why I say I don't know if she was abducted because she came back. They said she came back unharmed. So I'm like, if somebody was almost abducted, it seemed like she would have showed like signs of struggle. You know what I mean? Maybe some scratches, a bruised face, something. You know what I mean? They said it was nothing like that. Not to say that somebody couldn't have taken her by force, with a gun or something like that and just held her and tried to figure out what to do with her. But from that camera view, you can't see anything. You can't see anything. Like I said, you see her getting out the car or somebody coming up to the car. But like from it was so busy on the road. Excuse me, my phone ringing. Let me pause this. I'm sorry about that. I had to take that call. But yeah, like by it being so busy on the side of like the road was just, I couldn't see how nobody could have just walked up to her car like that. Because she stopped and then you immediately see somebody right there. The whole story is just like, it's real sketchy. You know what I mean? Like, of course, like until she comes out and sell her side of the story publicly, everybody's just going to feel like, she's crazy. She's hallucinating. She's hiding something. Based upon what people see and based upon the story that was told. Like, and it's, you know, it's kind of like, okay, you can understand why people would feel that way, because like we don't see anything. But then you got, you know, like we know for a fact that, you know, human trafficking is like, oh my God, like maybe the number one, number two business in the underworld, like right now. You know what I mean? Because you got all these kids missing in Ohio right now. They're not even talking about that. But reason being, like, I believe her story probably been one of those that faded away too. But the only thing was her family was just so persistent. They put out a $50,000 reward. And, you know, the whole story was just spooky. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, like, you know, I guess like in that town, Alabama, or whatever, it probably don't happen like that. Or maybe it does. We probably got to do some research on that, you know what I mean, to see if that happens often. But it's like, to me, it's just like nobody else seeing this baby, this Tyler. Did anybody else report seeing a Tyler on the side of the road? And we got to be careful. Like I said, like human trafficking is at an all-time high. Everybody is involved. I mean, it's kind of hard to say who's not involved these days, because like it's a big business, and you got our politicians, our people we trust, our church pastors, and these is people that's big in the community. A lot of people was involved in this stuff, man. You would never know, yo. Like, you know what I mean? It could be your police chief, a police captain, you know, a captain of police force. It could be your mayor, you know what I'm saying? And people think this shit, you know what I mean? They know a lot. They know, even if they know shit and they not, you know, acting on it, you're guilty. You're guilty by association. They be knowing, you know what I mean, who's involved in what. And you don't never hear about them taking any of these, you know, these organizations down. It's just a big business, and it's like a higher power that we won't know about. You know what I mean? I believe she saw something. And like I said, I don't know if they tried to abduct her or whatever. I mean, she did scream, but that's all we see. I don't know what to think right now, you know what I mean, until she comes out and say what happened. I just think it's strange that she showed up, you know, 2 days later, unarmed. You know what I mean? I'm glad she's home, but a scream, Tyler nobody never saw the Tyler after she reported it. Your car was left abandoned. You just got to look at the facts. Your car was left abandoned. You know what I mean? You called the police, called your family. A scream. You're missing for 2 days. A mysterious phone call in the middle of them 2 days that everybody said sounded like you. Sounded like her. But it wasn't her. Like they said, she was at the Red Roof. You know, come pick her up. I don't know, like, what family member, like, these are the questions that I'll be having. Like, what family member answered this phone call? And, you know, okay, you're at the Red Roof. They didn't ask more questions. Stay on the phone. Hold up. Are you all right? What happened? You know, they're not asking no more questions. Oh, yeah, she said she was at the Red Roof. Come on, y'all, let's go get her. Y'all didn't bother to keep on the phone. Y'all didn't call that number back. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, but they said it was a prank. Like, who pranks like that? To have her family phone number. Who the hell y'all got around y'all? Did they plan on doing something to her and then have y'all come in that location and do something to y'all too? Because they said they came six cars deep. Is her family involved in something? Like, you know what I mean? It's just a lot of questions. Like, it don't sit right with me, man. But I'm gonna be focusing on this story right here, man. This one of them stories I ain't gonna let slide. I'm gonna be, you know what I mean, really, really, you know, keeping my ear to the street on this story, and I'm gonna keep y'all updated. Drop your opinions in the comment, man. I hope this video gets some traction too, because YouTube be playing with my numbers. Like, I be getting a lot of comments and stuff like that, and it don't mean be matching up to the views sometimes. I be like, they lying. They don't want me to get monetized. They know I be talking some real ish. I got a lot of questions, you know what I'm saying? But this Woke and Ready TV. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Peace and love.